get upset with you about what you say, but because of your sincerity, you never drown. It saves you in the end of the day. And the more sincere you are, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will turn things in your favor. Just make sure that people understand that you're sincere. You can use all these techniques and smile and mimic and stuff like that, but if you're not sincere, you're going to drown somewhere in the middle. And make sure that this is something that you care a lot about, because people can sense that and can feel that, and people love those who are sincere in their relationship.
SubhanAllah, I think that's such a wonderful point.
And one of the reasons why you like kids a lot, kids are sincere most of the time. Okay? And that's why you get so attracted to them, because very sincere. Yes.
SubhanAllah.
Go ahead.
Amazing.
Sorry.
We can learn so much from kids, right? My daughter's 1.5 years, and I think I'm her best student. I've learned so much from her. So, but yes, getting more into that conversation of sincerity towards people. When it comes to our conversations, in psychology, we study that one of the best ways to get someone to like you and to be sincere to them is to be an active, sincere listener. This is something that is completely lost, this art, in our society today. Actually, in fact, you would think that if we were to say that likability involves how do you get someone to like you, someone might answer and say in this society that the way to like is that I present who I am and what I've done and my qualifications. It's actually the opposite. The rule is that 75% or more listen of the time you should listen, and 25% of the time or less you should speak. Let that other person speak, ask questions, show sincerity, show that you care for them, and subhanAllah, 10, 20, 30 minutes later, all of a sudden they like you so much.
So listeners, good listeners, people attract to them and love them and like them way more than those who talk too much.
Yes.
Excellent point.
There's a story about that that's quoted a lot on books on human behavior, interaction, psychology. And it's actually what happened to Dale Carnegie, the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. And he mentions in this story where he went to this dinner and they sat people randomly next to each other. So he said, I was next to this lady, and for the entire dinner, she's just talking about herself. And I'm just, and she's just going on and on. I never got a word about myself in. So he says, at the end of the dinner, when she thanked me, she said, you are such a wonderful conversationist. Even though he never opened his mouth. But number one, don't forget, people love themselves more than anybody else. And most people love to talk about themselves. And if you give them an opportunity to talk about themselves, they will like you more than if you tell them why you're so great. In their mind, you're not great. You're just another guy. Khalas, I don't want to hear about you. I want to tell you about myself, about my allergies, my phobias, my favorite food. I don't care about your favorite food. Why would I care about that information? I mean, and I'm saying it's very noble to be quiet and let the other person speak about themselves. And this point hits home with me because I used to be the opposite of that, And I learned the hard way that, no, just don't talk about yourself. Let other people talk about themselves.